If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the About Redlands Radio Show, where we are talking about all things Redlands, California. And up now is our health and fitness segment. And I am Jill Rooks of the Energy Lab in Redlands. And I have some very special guests. I've been very happy to have them on board with us today. And there happens to be one little guy. He's 10 years old. And he's one of our junior coaches, which is a new program we've just adapted at the Energy Lab. And his mom, of course, has come with us. So this is Shani Deal, the mom. And I've got Matt, who is joining us to talk a little bit about the importance of kids' fitness, and more than that, just how these youth who are so excited about moving their bodies and taking care of themselves and feeling good are really inspiring all of us. So I want to introduce someone who's very special to us. This is my friend Shani, who's been coming to the studio, the Energy Lab, for about 3 years now. And Shani's going to tell you a little bit about her story and what brought her to the Energy Lab and what she gets out of fitness. So here we go. Hello, Shani.
Well, hi, Jill. Thank you for having us as your guest today. Let me just say that the Energy Lab is such a wonderful place where I've really been able to connect with other like-minded people in our community. And when I was asked to come and join about 3 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to come, and I was quite intimidated by the idea of coming into a place where I didn't know anybody, and it was a different environment, lots of classes, but I'm so glad I came. I really found a wonderful place here where I could kickstart my new exercise program, which eventually evolved into a lot of personal training at this point. But it's just been such a fantastic ride. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, we have loved having you. And what most people find at the Energy Lab is it becomes a little bit of a family affair. And so it starts with one person, and usually they trickle that down a little bit. So what Shani discovered, and you can, just chat with me about this, is Matthew, her son, is 10, and he's a pretty avid golfer. And so, Shani or Matt will tell us a little bit more about his background in golf. But a lot of parents and kids who come to us have discovered that whole fitness, well-rounded fitness, and more of a holistic approach really complements their sport-specific activities. And what we tend to be missing a little bit in the world nowadays, it seems like, is just the aspect of play. So the Energy Lab, our sign on the front side of Citrus, says a core fitness playground. So it's kind of fun to see these kids have an opportunity to play. So what do you feel when you come to the Energy Lab, Matt? You want to jump in and tell us about how you play here?
I really like a lot of stuff here because the people are nice, and I just like training with my trainer, Paul, and I like watching my mom when she trains with Jill. And
does she work pretty hard?
Yeah, she works really hard.
That's cool. What are your favorite things to see her doing?
Working hard, getting sweaty.
Yeah, she gets pretty sweaty. How about you? Do you get pretty sweaty?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sometimes.
So when you come about once or twice a week, and you do a short session with our coach, Paul.
Yeah.
And then you also just started in a kids boxing program we have too, right?
Yep.
Okay, how do you like that?
It's really fun because I get to meet new people and have fun with people, box, and just having fun.
That's awesome. Now, do you know any of the other kids who come here?
Yeah, I know a couple of them.
Have you made some new friends too? Yeah. So the Energy Lab, I personally, when I started fitness, again, I'm the owner, Jill, and my kids, I was pregnant when I started fitness, basically. And when we opened up the studio almost 6 years ago, they were 9 years old and 11-year-olds. And so it was pretty easy to bring them into this lifestyle. But since now they're high schoolers and growing up, there's this whole new batch of kids. And like Matt, he comes and he watches his mom. So a lot of kids, when they're on breaks or when they're not in school, they're coming and they're watching their parents work out. So what I noticed is these kids have this great interest, and I don't know, you can kind of tell me what you think about that, Shani, but it's fun to see that spark, that they're not sitting on the games, they're up, they're moving, and it just kind of struck me, how can we kindle that spark so that they can have kind of some ownership over their movements, their learning how to work out, their good patterns. And that's where the concept of the junior coaches came about. So I was just sitting one day thinking, I'm going to have a Christmas party in a few, well, actually, I guess we're kind of counting down the days, exactly, to the kids' Santa party. And that tends to be a lot of little kids. So for everyone out there, we are extending a huge welcome invitation. It is a free event. Santa comes to the Energy Lab on next Wednesday, December 21st. He'll be here, or we'll be having a party between 1:30 and 3. That's a fitness party for kids of all ages. But since it tends to be little kids, and these kind of middle-age range kids aren't as comfortable being the little ones at that point anymore, I thought maybe these kids might want to take over this party. So there's a group of junior coaches that Matt is a part of, and we have 5 of them who will be helping lead, helping coach, helping to create ideas, orchestrate everything that will be happening for all these other kids at the party. So can you tell us a little bit about the workout you guys put together for this party, Matt?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of fun stuff in here. There's crab walks, there's kangaroo jumps, which is just jumping high, and there's giraffe stretch, which you bend down and touch your toes, and then there's head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and there's quite a lot of stuff. So.
And you guys came up with all those ideas, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we titled the workout the Holiday Zoo Workout.
Yeah.
And these guys showed me what they like to do. Oh, actually, at one of our first meetings, I don't know if you remember this, but we also did a mannequin challenge. Do you remember how that went?
Yeah, that was quite hard on... There's a rope that we hanged on to the top of a bar, and it was really hard to stay still.
Yeah, so, and you were mid-rope. That was quite a challenge, huh? Yeah. And so what we did, each of the kids picked out their favorite piece of equipment. And when I talked to the junior coaches, one of the things we asked them just this last week was, what is their favorite thing about the Energy Lab? And one of the overwhelming answers was the equipment. So I don't know. We'll see what Shani thinks also. But do you have any favorite pieces of equipment, Shani?
I think the TRX is probably a big favorite of mine. I feel like it's a very versatile piece of equipment that can really work out your whole entire body. And you can even do it in the comfort of your own home if you don't want to come to a gym. It's very versatile.
Yeah, absolutely. How about, do you get to use the TRX also?
Yeah, I like the TRX too. I would agree with my mom exactly as she said.
So I have a trivia question for you. Do you know what TRX stands for?
No.
All right, well, this will be our secret and the whole world of listeners out there's secret, but TRX stands for total body resistance.
Oh, yeah.
So the T is just T, and then he threw in body, but RX is the resistance factor. And what Shani and Matt are talking about is something that we really pride ourselves on at the Energy Lab as far as bringing it to the Redlands community. And it was created by a Navy SEAL, and it's used for fitness throughout the world. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. But how about some of the other favorite pieces of equipment that you might have, Matt? What else do you like to hang out and play with?
I like to jump on a box, like this box that has a couple inch, like, tall, like it goes up and up.
You can change the heights to jump. Yeah, you
can change the height. And I just like jumping up on them because it gets your legs working. And if you're, like, not tired, then that's a good thing to get tired on.
So you don't mind getting a little bit tired. Do you think it gives you a little bit more energy later in the day, getting tired, doing a little bit of exercise? Yeah. Awesome. How about, what is the sport that you play? What is your activity?
I play golf. Well, I play a lot of sports, but golf is the main one that I'm here for. And skiing a little bit. Awesome. If you count that as a sport.
But that's, again, just fun, right?
Yeah.
So do some of the things you do prepare you to be like a better skier or a better golfer? Yeah. You feel that you kind of have some strength behind you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. Well, we're going to finish up with talking just a little bit more about the holiday party, which is, again, like I said, next Wednesday. And again, anyone is welcome to bring those kids from 1:30 to 3 o'clock. Just, we do ask, we'll be sending our information is on the About Redlands page to sign up on our